East Bengal well in the AFC because of representing India, and we sincerely wish Oscar and the East Bengal team every bit of luck and good fortune going through in the AFC, and let's hope they can, as they've done up to this point, do the ISL and do India proud.
এএফসির জন্য ইস্টবেঙ্গলকে শুভেচ্ছা জানিয়ে গেলেন খোদ চেন্নাইন এফসি হেড কোচ ওয়েন কোয়েল। ওয়েন কোয়েলের কথা আমরা যদি বলি, একজন ক্ষুরোদার মস্তিষ্ক কোচ, তবে এবারে কিন্তু চেন্নাইন এফসিকে সেভাবে সাফল্য দিতে পারেননি। নানান সমস্যার কারণে, জেতা ম্যাচ ড্র বা হেরে যাওয়ার কারণে কিন্তু এখন লিগ টেবিলের নিচের দিকে। তবে আজকে যুবভারতী ক্রীড়াঙ্গনে ইস্টবেঙ্গলকে তাদেরই মাঠে কিন্তু হারিয়ে গেল চেন্নাইন এফসি। 3-0 গোলে কিন্তু জিতল চেন্নাইন, এবং অবশ্যই খুশি চেন্নাইন এফসি কোচ ওয়েন কোয়েল। সাংবাদিকরা যখন তাকে প্রশ্ন করে যে ইস্টবেঙ্গলের এত খারাপ খেলা কি তারা এক্সপেক্ট করেছিলেন, তার জবাবে কিন্তু চেন্নাইন কোচ স্পষ্টই জানিয়ে দিলেন যে তারা যে ফুটবলটা খেলেছে তার সামনে ইস্টবেঙ্গল কিছু করতেই পারেনি। ইস্টবেঙ্গল তাদের দাপুটে ফুটবলের সামনে মাথা নিচু করেছিল। কিন্তু ইস্টবেঙ্গল ভালো দল, ভালো ফুটবলার রয়েছে, কিন্তু কেন খারাপ খেললো তার ব্যাখ্যা দিয়েছেন চেন্নাইন কোচ যে তারা যে ফুটবলটা খেলেছে সেই ফুটবলের জোরেই কিন্তু ইস্টবেঙ্গল তাদের স্বাভাবিক ফুটবলটা খেলতে পারেনি। কি বলছেন ওয়েন কোয়েল, আসুন জেনে নিই।
As good as you allow them to be. East Bengal's performance was dictated by Chennaiyin. That's what East Bengal's performance. I thought the question you should be asking is how good was Chennaiyin tonight? I think that's more the question you should be asking. East Bengal suffered because of how good we were. That's what happens in football games. So if you're asking about us, I mean, I'm not here to talk about the opponents. I'm here to talk about Chennaiyin. You want to ask a question about East Bengal, then you ask Oscar. But for us, from the first whistle to the last, we were the better team. The high intensity, started the game well. We scored 3 goals. We could have added further to that. My frustration is that we have been inconsistent as a team this season. I think you want to ask that. That's a fair question. And we showed tonight the performance that we can give. We've been to Jamshedpur and scored 5. We won at Odisha, won at North East. What we've not done well enough is win our games at home. We've won 1 game at home. And that's not been good enough for our supporters. And when you do that, whether a head coach or players, you leave yourself open to criticism, and that's something we accept because those same people have been really good and kind with their support for us. So I'm pleased about the result tonight, but as we all know, one swallow doesn't make a summer. We have to show that consistently now and finish the season really strong. But if we perform to that level, which we're capable of, and get rid of the inconsistency, then of course we can go on a good run. This is always a tough venue to come. I think East Bengal have got some wonderful players. And again, I thought we were very good. We need to win our remaining games, but I stress that we have to win 1 game at a time. That's the simplest way we can do it. Then there's obviously a Super Cup to be played for as well, when that's finally announced, whatever dates that is, because as coaches we can't even plan anything for that yet. So hopefully we hear about the finality of that. But we want to, for our supporters, we have 3 games of the last 4 at home. We want to start winning those games to put a smile on their face. They come, they get behind the team, wonderful supporters, and we have to put a smile on their face. The only way we do it is by performing in the manner we did tonight, but we haven't done that often enough. That's the truth of the matter. So the only way anything can happen for us to be involved is we'd have to win all 4 games, and then we need to hope there was lots of draws elsewhere. So that's the truth of the matter. Yeah, I mean, it's never about revenge. As a coach, it's about winning games. And but even, I mean, the home game against East Bengal, we were. If we'd have scored when we were on top, with some wonderful chances, we should have had a penalty and probably would have been a red card that was missed. When Daniel Shima was through and goal, I think it was Anwar Ali that dragged him round the other side. So there's loads of stuff that happens in games that change games. But through all that, we still, for us, I'm not speaking about anybody else, but for us, we have to make sure, even with decisions and uncontrollables, we still look to gather results and gain points. We've been in a couple of great positions prior to tonight. 2-0 in front against Odisha when, again, in my opinion, a really poor decision, allowed an offside goal, allowed it to 2-1. And at Mohammedan, 2-0 up, and we end up drawing both games. If you look at those games at all, that's 4 extra points that you'd have already, and you'd be right in the mix for the playoffs, never mind some of the other stuff. So that's a little bit of inconsistency. We need to be better. Now, we had a big chain turnaround with a number of players, and of course, things can take time, but nobody wants to hear that. They want to see a winning team in the field, and that's my job to try and find that. Know what the number would be to qualify, because everybody plays everybody else, and for us, we just need to take 1 game at a time. We're not in a situation that we can control anything. The only way we can do is by benefit from teams having a bad run that we've had up until now. So all we can do is concentrate on what we want to do at Chennaiyin and make sure that we're the best version of ourselves in the remaining games. Try and particularly the home games, put a smile on the fans' faces. I really feel, and particularly for my owners. I mean, the owners are incredible. That's why I came back to the club in the first place, because So we want to get a smile on their face. They spend a huge amount of money every year to run this wonderful club, and we want to put a smile on their face at the end of the season. We as a club and everybody else, we wish East Bengal well in the AFC because they're representing India. And I know, obviously, I've looked at the fixture list. I mean, it's really tight in terms of that. So, but we want Indian clubs to do well when they're in the AFC competitions, and we sincerely wish Oscar and the East Bengal team every bit of luck and good fortune going through in the AFC. And let's hope they can, as they've done up to this point, do the ISL and do India proud.
Extra time.
লেটেস্ট নিউজ আর এক্সক্লুসিভ ভিডিওর সঙ্গে আপডেট থাকতে এখনই সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন আমাদের ইউটিউব চ্যানেল। বেল আইকনে ক্লিক করতে ভুলবেন না যেন।